Hopefully you can. Let me see. Just let me know if you can hear the sound and I will restart my conversation. Let me see. Let me check something else. Can we hear me? Okay, just let me know if you can hear the sound. I think you should be able to hear me now. Let me just test. I can hear me. Can you hear me? That is the question, the big question. Sound. Can you hear me? Sound. Okay, I'm hoping that you can hear me. Let me just see if I'm going to jump over to my YouTube and listen to me on the... Yes, okay, splendid. So sorry about that. I did actually unplug and plug in a few things beforehand so that I could show you the setup. I want to actually show you the setup up close. So thank you, Moses, for letting me know there was no sound. I will recap. So you already know, if you're on my channel, then hopefully you'll know that my name's Anita Wong and I am a tech and business strategist. And today I want to go through with you how to use Facebook Reels. So to start off with, let's quickly go through what is a reel. Thank you, Moses. That's fantastic. So what is a reel? A reel, or a short video, is a video that's up to 60 seconds. Hey, Chad, it's nice to see you. Hey, over there. And then Moses has just told me that I didn't have my sound on and it's okay now. So that's super cool as well. I love these graphics that have come out of the new Wave.video studio, which is what I'm using today. So that's another bonus because I am going to be talking about Facebook Reels. I'm going to stick to that. But because I'm using the new Wave.video, I can show you some really snazzy things with the extra cameras. Reels catch fish. They do indeed. Reels do catch fish. Especially if you can reel them in with my big pencil. Go into that in a minute. So anyway, so reels are short video up to 60 seconds in length. Now, short video as such can be 15 seconds, 30 seconds, or 60 seconds. And every platform that offers short video offers this length now, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds. Reels on Instagram is the same. Reels on TikTok is the same. Well, they're called TikToks, not Reels. YouTube Shorts on YouTube is the same. And now Facebook is the same. So we are getting more and more options to do short video. And short video can help you to really express yourself a little bit. If you go and check out my channel, you can see that I've been doing that. British humour, what are you on about? I cannot... Yes, of course, it's British humour, but we'll get there. Okay, so let's just have a little look. First of all, I'm going to show you the actual Reels, like what a Reel looks like on Facebook. So I'm just going to come down to my channel. So I'm going to swap my scene. Ta-da! And here you can see my mobile phone. So my mobile phone is on Facebook, and Reels, as you can see up here, is an option that you can do inside there. Now I'm going to twist it a little bit so you can see me. Now I'm not going to show you just yet. I'm going to show you in a second. So when you have a reel, okay, so let's just go to find the reels. As you can see here, we have stories and then we have reels. So reels has its own place on Facebook. So you can view reels on Facebook. Now, you might not have reels on your Facebook if you are in the UK, but it has been rolled out. So the best thing that you need to do is to update your app inside the App Store. If you're on an iPhone, you just type in apps at the top and you pull down the apps and you can update it. And if you're on an Android, it's the Play Store. And if you're on a Google phone, it's the Google Store. Wherever you go to update your apps, just make sure that you've updated it. And also, as part of the Reels, Facebook is offering a bonus campaign. So basically, if your reel does really well and you've signed up for the bonus, you might get a little bit of money from them. If you want to check out how to do that, Molly Mahoney has done an absolutely amazing video on that on her YouTube channel. So do go and check that out. So reels, as they are, sit on their own shelf. Let's look at this cute little dog. So as you can see, and what happens is you scroll up through reels the same. So this is one I've just done on my phone just before I went live to show you that you can do reels. And this was done, I was talking about grabbing your microphone because it's Go Live Tuesday and all that sort of stuff. So I just thought, you know what, we can do this. And yeah, Chad's right, you can create them in Wave and then upload them right. So we're going to show you how to do that in a second, because what happens is that when you create a reel, you have two options. You have the first option is to actually create it yourself. And the second option is to actually pull a video you've already created from your camera roll. So, but before we get there, I want to do something really snazzy. I'm going to jump over to my desk over here. Ta-da! I'm using another camera. How cool is that? So I'm getting very active with the old extra cameras. So Moses and Chad, if you have any questions, do jump in. So what you need to do a reel, if you are doing it in phone, is that you can have a mobile phone like this one. And I have this snazzy little light on this mobile phone. So as you can see, this helps me to light up my face if you're doing a reel, but it also helps you light up, you know, where you're at and all that sort of stuff. So that little light comes in 3 colors. It has a warm light, it has a cold, like a cool light, and it has a dimmer. So you can turn it down and turn it up as you wish. Okay, so you can grab that off of Amazon. It's not very expensive. I'll drop the link underneath to my Amazon shop, and it clips on your phone. So as you can see, if you look over here, you can see that it clips on your phone, and it's super cool. Now, another thing you can do is have these little mobile lights, and these are always really good if you are doing like videos on the go, because they're quite good, and reels are something that you can do on the go. Do you need a foam finger to do this? Of course you do, because you have to tell everybody that they are your #1 fan. Of course you do. You have to be everybody online. You, Chad, is my #1 fan. So you do need a foam finger. I'm not 100% sure where you can get them from, because I think we probably won it somewhere, or we took it to a concert or something like that. So you do need to have a #1 finger fan one. And you do have to have a pencil, because sometimes you might want to jot notes down, and having a pencil is always quite useful. Now, the beauty of Wave.video is that you don't have to jot people's comments down, because you can actually show them, like I'm doing here. You can show them. Okay, right. So I'm gonna, does it matter which finger? Okay, you're distracting me, Chad. No, it doesn't matter which finger. I'm going to go back to my tech stack first. So the tech stack that we need. Okay, so let's just get onto some serious stuff. So the first thing we need is a mobile phone and a light source. So one of these or one of these. You can, like Chad said earlier, create the wave beforehand using the Wave.video editor, which I'll, if I've got time, I'll jump in and show you that as well. You can, of course, have a microphone, and you can do whatever you want with your wave, with your reel. You can use all sorts of different props. It's entirely up to you. I've got lots of different props here, which sometimes I use, sometimes I don't. This one is my bike prop. So we can come to that later. Right, so I'm going to flick over and I'm going to show you actually how to create a reel, a Facebook reel, using the app first. And then if I have time, I'll jump in and show you how to do it in Wave. So I'm going to go back to this scene here. Perfect. And I'm going to keep up with Lowell. Chad says distraction is his superpower. Absolutely. And storytelling as well. So that's why I kept the little front wheel hub for the story. Ooh, in a moment. I'll just drop something. See, that's what happens when you get excited. Right, let's just do this reel. Okay, hair's in the way. So what you do is you come here. So obviously you have to update your app, and you have to have reels on your Facebook account to actually do reels. So when you do a reel, you just click the plus reel button. Now, one thing to say is that you can actually do reels inside of Facebook groups, and they only show in the Facebook group. So it's a really good way of you engaging with your Facebook community. Now, one of the reasons I say that is because when Facebook used to have stories inside your Facebook group, I used to use stories all the time, and my engagement in my group was absolutely amazing. So I'm hoping that reels will enable us to get much more engagement in our group. So do try that out. So I've opened up the Reels app. Now, as you can see, I'm going to move over a bit so you can see the menu down the side. Okay. Now, the menu down the side gives you some options, and it's really important that you choose one of these options first, and that's the length. Because you see here where you go on the length. When I click it, you can have 15 seconds, 30 seconds and 60 seconds. Now, if you stick to, say, 15 seconds and you do a slightly longer reel, it will cut it off for you. So if you're creating your reels in Wave.video, create a 60-second reel or a 59-second reel, just to be on the safe side, and then select the 60-second length. Now, also, if you want to, you can use a green screen, and that means that behind you, you can actually change up the background. So you could actually have any of these backgrounds if you want to. You can be in space, so like so. You can change up your green screen option by just clicking through and deciding which green screen you want to use. And I did go through this, actually, I've got a video coming out on Friday which goes through how to use these lengths. So I'm not going to go into them completely. But if you wanted to have a green screen from what they give you, or you can use one from your camera roll as well. So that's just a plus point. If you don't have a very nice background, or you want to like change your background for any reason, then you can do that as well. Someone just said, good morning, Anita. How do I know if I have reels? I'm in the US. Okay, you should have reels in the US. So what you need to do is make sure that your app is up to date. That's the first thing. So make sure that you have updated your Facebook app to the full one, and then you can have the reels. If you can just write your name, then I know who I'm talking to. I do have a link for you, but I can't remember where I put it. So I will find that. Maybe Chad might drop that in the chat for me and I can share that. Okay, so once you've got that, then this is where the magic happens, because it's actually quite intuitive. And I think what Facebook have done, they've learned from what's happening in Instagram. So what's happening is that they're actually giving you lots of different features. So the timer option is really important, because this gives you a chance to set yourself up. So say like if you wanted to have a 3-second countdown or a 10-second countdown, you can choose up here between the 3-second and the 10-second. You can also choose whether you want to do your reel in sections. So say like I want to do a 60-second and I want 15 seconds of 4 different angles. So those 15 seconds of 4 different angles can come from doing this. So you can go down and you can do 15 seconds like so. Oh, or almost. And then what happens is that you can then set for 3 seconds and you can click set, and it gives you 3 seconds to set yourself up. So I'm going to take this off of here. This is my little holder that I've got it on, and I'm going to go over, as long as I keep connected, to this bit here, and I'm going to talk about the equipment. So I'm going to turn it round and I'm going to go like when you need, so I'm going to just click this button, it's going to go to 3 seconds and it's going to give me 3 seconds countdown, and I'm going to go, this is the tech stack that you need for your Facebook Reels. You need a mobile phone and you need a little light source. That's the most crucial thing. You also need some earphones. You can have a light from there. You do need the all-important big finger to tell your fans you're number one. And it's going to stop automatically once you've done that. So what I did is I did a 15-second and it's going to stop. Now, what it looks like is that it actually shows you down here that they've got this next option. And sometimes you just automatically click the next thinking that that's all you can do. But actually, if you click the edit option down the bottom left, you can actually add to that clip, and you can also reshoot it, speed it up, reverse it, crop it, all sorts of different things. So it's really, really cool when, you know, if you want to do that. So hopefully Chad's still here. I haven't scared him away by saying that he's putting me off. Hopefully I haven't done that. Sorry. Okay, so then you click add and you can do another one. So now I might turn it round to face me, and I'm going to put the filter on so that I make myself look a little bit starry maybe. Let's put some nice stars on, some glitter. Then I'm going to do my timer, and I'm going to just do a quick 10 seconds just to tell people that that's the setup. So I'm going to click go. Actually, I might just take that off. It's a bit too much, the old, yeah, that's better. Or maybe I like the white one actually there. So press go, 3-second countdown. So all you need to get started with your reels is your mobile phone and your light source and some earpods, and maybe even a tripod to keep your camera still. Don't forget you can create your reels inside of Wave.video as well. So now what we can do is we just go ahead and click done, and it's actually going to play it back to you. And that's when you can then decide whether you want to add some music to it, whether you want to add some text to it. or you want to add a sticker on it or anything like that. So if you wanted to add some text, so let's say if I wanted to say my Facebook Reels tech stack, I could do that. Now at the top it says duration, so I can set when I want that to show. So I can move it up out of the way, and maybe I might just pull it over so it's just there for a little while. And I click done, and then it's only going to show in that time frame that I put it up, which is super cool. So that's how you can do that. Can you do the reels on your iPad, Roz? Yes, you can. You need to check. So I know for sure that I can see them on my mobile phone. I don't believe they are on the iPhone, on the iPad yet. Update it the same and just see if it does. It should tell you whether it's on there by going to the reels bit, and I can just go through that with you in a second. So now that you're happy, if you wanted to adjust your volume, you click the audio button, and you can see that you can turn your volume down, you can add music, and you can also add a voiceover, which is really cool as well. So you can decide which musics you want and all those sorts of things. Once you're happy, click done, and then all you have to do is click next. Now, if you want to use the reel elsewhere, you could download it. So you go back one and you can click the save button, and the save button will save it to your mobile phone for you. Now, also, what happens, if I just stop it here, is that when you click the next button, that's the thumbnail that Facebook is going to grab for you. So the thumbnail is what Facebook does. So here, Veronica's just said, how do I choose a specific still shot as a thumbnail? I know how to do that on IG, but I can't see how to set the thumbnail on Facebook Reels. Okay, Venice, hopefully that's how you pronounce it. This is how you do it, okay? This is something that I learned from doing it. So I'm going to just take the chat off and I'm going to show you. So what you do is whatever or wherever the white bit along the bottom is sat, that is the still that Facebook will take for your reel. So I'll show you as an example. I've paused the play button and I'm going to click next. And as you can see at the top, I don't know whether I can show you very closely. I'm not sure I can make that bigger. Let me just see. No, I probably can't. But you can see that it's captured that. Now, if I go back one and I let it play, and we just, let me move it along a little bit. Say like if I do it to here and I go next, it's going to capture that section. Do you see how that worked? So if you want to if you want to choose a specific still for the thumbnail of your Facebook Reels, what you have to do is you have to go to your reel before you click next, pause it, and then use the slider to choose which bit you want to show as your reel start. So say maybe I did that one and then I click next. That's going to be the front cover of the reel that I choose. So that's a super awesome. Oh, look at that. I'm so pleased that I helped you. Thank you. I've been racking my brain over this all week. Yeah, I know. And I stumbled across it because I noticed that you could pause it, and then I was doing it and think, oh, I can change it, because it doesn't let you upload the thumbnail like it does inside of Instagram, and it doesn't let you choose the thumbnail when it's on TikTok or anything like that. So that's how you do it. So you have to pause it and then click done, and that's how you get your thumbnail. So you might want to just do something. Oh, I've made your day. Thank you. Well, do follow me, and like when you do a reel, put a link to it in the group. I think you're in one of my groups, Venice. So if you're in my YouTube group or my digital marketing group, then, you know, if you're not, then jump in. You can find the link to that on my Facebook page. And if you, you know, drop the link in and let me know how you get on, because I'd love to see your reels as well. Okay, so then there's another thing that you need to know about with Facebook Reels as well, is the description. Now, I haven't filled in the full description like forever, but I do know that there isn't a return option. So when you write in here on Instagram, you have the option to do a return and put lots and lots of information. So if I show you here, my tech stack for Facebook Reels. Okay. Now, normally to get a return so that you can start on the next line, you click the 1, 2, 3 option and the cursor will go underneath. But as you can see, it doesn't. It just says done. So that's like TikTok. In TikTok, you can't do a return underneath. You can only do lines. So now I'm going to do a hashtag tech stack. Oops, tech stack. And I'm going to do a hashtag Facebook Reels. And then I'm going to do one tutorial. There you go. Tutorial Tuesday. That's cool, isn't it? I'll do that one. Now, I don't know how many characters you have here. I'll have to do a little test at some point to see how many characters we have. Let me just see. Oh, thanks, Felicia. Yeah, do jump into one of them. I've got a YouTube one and a digital marketing one. Just find them on my Facebook page. It'd be great. So, Anita, from your perspective, what is the best way to put a CTA example, follow me on a Facebook reel? Well, this is exactly it. So I tested this the other day. The description isn't clickable in here. And of course, it isn't clickable in Instagram Reels either. So that's not a way of doing it. But the best thing to do is to, if you imagine your reels go into 4 sections, like I just said, if it was a 60-second reel, you do what the reel's about in the first section, highlight the problem in the second section, highlight the solution in the third section, and do your call to action in the 4th section. So you can make that into a 15-second reel, you can make it into a 30-second reel or a 60-second reel. But if you imagine that your reel is divided up into 4 sections, try to put your call to action, tell them what it's about at the beginning. So that's a call to action in a way. So like if I said, this is the tech stack that I use to create my Facebook Reels. So I've already sort of like, follow for info. Then I show them the tech stack. Then I show them how the tech stack works. And then I follow me for more tech stack ideas or something like that. But if you divide it into 4, I always find that it works well. And I do that in my stories and on my TikToks and things like that. And it also helps you have a different perspective of your reel. Because if you do your reel in 4 sections, then you've got 4 different angles, and it keeps the audience engaged, which is something that you could do. Oh, thank you. It's so cool. Okay, so I've done that. So all you've got left to do is you can actually choose where you want the reel to go. So you can see, because this is on your profile, at the moment it's showing it's to the public. So if I click the public option, it actually gives me the option to send to friends or friends accept. So that's one of the lists that I've got in my thing. I would say that if you're going to do reels on your profile in Facebook as a business strategy, then keep it as public. Because also, when Facebook sees that your reel is doing really well, you may get added to the bonus options inside of Facebook and they might start paying you. My reels have not done that well, but I don't mind. You just got to be yourself, haven't you? So just try out lots of different strategies and see whether they work. Okay, so then all you do is you click share reel. And it's going to share that reel. And what it does, bless them, look at that monkey. It brings the reel up. As you can see, it takes you straight into the reels option. So thank God this was a clean reel. Up here, you've got me and you've got a camera. And then you can see that my reel is uploading. So the reel is uploading whilst Facebook is actually offering you other reels to watch. So there's one of mine, look. Ha, ha, ha. So now what you do is if you want to watch your own reel, you go to your picture at the top right, and this is where you can see your reels. So this is like your reels shelf as such. So this is where all of your reels are kept, the reels that you've created, your reels that you've saved, and if you've saved any audio that you want to use on your reels, you can also see them there as well. So that's also another place to go to. Now in here you can see how well your reels have done and what reels are working better than others. Now, Facebook will tell you when your reel's gone over 100 views. And also, what I want to say is that reels, you can do reels in your personal profile, but you can also do reels in your group. So that's pretty much a whistle stop like view of how to create the reel using the Facebook app itself. And I just want to show you, if I go back to my profile up here, that on my home profile, when you go down, you there's no real place for your reels. It just shows that it's showing that I'm live at the moment, okay? But when you click the home key on the left-hand side, that's when you'll know if you've got reels, because you'll see, first of all, that you've got the reel icon here on the left. And secondly, you'll have a new tab. So you've got stories, you've got reels, and you've got rooms. So you've got these three options along the front here. Now, if you've got a reel in your reels, okay, so if you go into reels and you click on yourself, you can look at any one of your reels. So if I go to this one, it gives you the option to share your reel. So you can see this little share icon here. If I click that, that's actually going to let me share it to my feed. It's going to let me share it to my friend's timeline, and it's also going to let me share it to my group. So this is where you can actually expand the reach of your reels as well. So that's also super cool. Now, I just want to show you that you can do a reel inside your group, and that's going to really help your engagement come up. So I did a reel inside the Wave.video community and actually got a lot of people commenting on it and giving me answers because I asked them what they wanted to learn. When I do a reel in my own community, I also get a lot of interaction. So to do a reel in your own community, you have to be in your group as yourself. So if I go to one of my groups, so this is my Digital Marketing Lounge group. Now, down here is me acting as myself. You've got to make sure that you're acting as yourself to have the reels option. Because if I change that over to my business page, I don't believe I can do reels. Let me see. Oh, it does let me do it as a person. Oh, there you go. You learn something new every day. So you can do a reel in your group as your page or as yourself. That's quite cool. Anyway, I'm going to try that out in a minute. So if you want to do a reel in your community, like your Facebook group, you click on the reels option and you can create a reel the same way as you've just created a reel outside, but it only shows in your group. So only the people who are in your community will see that reel. So it's private to your group, which is super cool. I'm just going to test that while we're live. So if you have any questions, let me know. If Chad's still around, I haven't scared him off, sorry. If anyone else is around, just let me know if you've got any questions. I'm going to see if I can do a reel. I can do a reel with my page. That's very cool, isn't it? Because that means that your page can promote, you can promote your page, you can promote your business on Facebook inside your group. How many reels are suggested per day? We'll get to that in a second. So that's how you do the reel if you want to do it from within the Facebook app itself. Now, if you want to do a reel outside of the Facebook app and you want to bring it in, then you can use something like the Wave.video editor, which is what I'm using at the moment. Now, just going back to your question, Venice, and then I'll show you how to use the reel, how to make a reel quickly in Wave. So Venice just said, how many reels is suggested per day? Well, I would suggest that you post a reel when you have something to share. So like if we look at Instagram, some people say, you know, oh, you have to do a reel every day, you have to do reels 3 times a day. It's just not sustainable. So I believe that when you have something to share, that's when you post on social media. You have to decide which platform is your main platform. So if you've got 1 or 2 platforms that you concentrate on, then those are the platforms that you want to focus on for your reels or your activity. So if you're active on Instagram, then you'll do a reel on Instagram. If you're active on Facebook, so I would suggest doing 1 a day. One of the arguments for this is that if you do a reel or a post and you're putting it out there on the platform of choice, and then you post something else on top of it, that's going to be pushed into second place. So you really want to give it a chance to actually do its job and be picked up by the algorithm. So I would suggest doing 1 a day and testing out what type of reel your audience likes. So you can do 1 reel from your Facebook story, from your Facebook reels, and you can share that reel. So you can do your reel, you can share it to your timeline, you can share it to your group, and you can see from your audience and from the public who likes what's happening and, you know, whether you're getting interaction or not. So I would definitely not do too many in a day so that you give one a chance to move forward. Maybe do like a selection and then see how things work out. I'm not 100% sure yet. It is very new and it's only just come over here as well. So that's one of the things that I think, you know, is important to realize, that if you post too many times on your page, the one that you posted in the morning is going to get pushed down the feed. So look at the times. That's why if you look at your insights, you can see when your audience is active on your channel. And if your audience is more active at a certain time of the day, then post then. But also try to be active on the channel before you post. That's something that I always encourage people to do. Go into the channel, look at what people are doing, interact with their content and all those sorts of things, and then post. So what happens is that the platform that you're on gets to know that you're not just posting and running, you're actually interacting with other people's content as well. And I think that's always quite a good thing. Okay, so I'm going to jump in. I'm going to open a new window up and see if I can get Wave up in a different window. And I'm going to show you how to quickly make a reel using Wave.video. So I'm just going to go into the templates options, and then I'm going to share this screen with you. So I've got to just quickly get a new screen sorted. So do let me know if anyone has any questions. And if you're watching the replay and you're watching this, then do let me know what you're doing. And while I'm getting that up, Chad shared something earlier. How do you sign up for the bonus? Can you share a link? I need one of those 27,000 checks like Molly Mahoney got. Oh, yes. How do you sign up for the bonus? How did I find that? I'll get that up for you, actually. So let me get the Wave thing up and then I'll do the bonus for you. So I need to get a new share. So I need to share my screen. I need to get my window that I want to share with you guys. I need to share that. Then I need to edit this scene. I need to show this on the screen so you guys can see that. I'm going to also show myself on the screen, and I'm going to make myself come with a little circle. Perfect. So now I'm going to show you how to do the, how to create a reel that you can use inside of your Facebook Reels. And if you want to sign up for the bonus for that, Chad, this is the link that you need to go to. So let me find that out. Let me just, who did I give that to? Oh, I know. Hang on a second. It's in my WhatsApp. So let me get that up for you. So let me see if I can find that. Blimey, someone's been chatting to me on WhatsApp. Here it is. So the bonus, the link that you have to go to get the bonus. Let me get that up for everybody. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I have it, so do bear with me. Sure, I've shared that with somebody. Where did I put it? Let me have a little look. Okay, let me see. I will try and get that up. I have to wait. I have no clue how to use it to create reels. Okay, perfect, Venice. I'm going to show you. Let's do that first, and then I will find the link for you. I have put it somewhere. I can't remember where I put it. I'm racking my brain now, Chad, because I need to find that for you. Okay, inside of Wave, to create a reel, you need to choose a template that is associated with the reel. So you need to have a portrait template. So what we need to do is we need to go to social media, and then a reel will be the same as an Instagram story. Okay, so click on the Instagram story option, and that's going to bring you the upright versions of the reels. So this is Instagram stories, but it's also reels, it's also TikTok, it's also Snapchat stories, it's also YouTube shorts. You can do a reel using this. Now, what you want to do is, remember I said if you do a 60-second, you could do 4 sections. So the reels templates will be made for you, and you'll see that some of them have timings on them. Now, it doesn't really matter about the timings. What you want to be going for is the feel. What does it look like? Okay, so say like if I took this one, key trends in web design, it's 15 seconds. So if I click that, it's going to open up an option. Now, what happens is, because of the changes that have happened recently with everything, you'll see that some of the things like IGTV isn't around anymore, but that's the one we want because that's Instagram video. So this is the shape we want. And then all we need to do is click edit template, and that's going to come up into our option. I'm just going to move the chat over so I can see it while I'm doing this, because I can't see everything. So let me just get right down to the bottom. Can you share your screen? I can't see it. Hang on. Are we not seeing the same screen as me? Oh, hang on. Can you see it now? I wasn't on the right scene. Okay, I'm going to go back. Can you see it now, Venice? Let me just, I wasn't on the right scene. Let me see. I'm going to go back one. Okay, I'm going to go back to Wave.video. And I'm going to go back to templates. And I'm going to go back. Okay, let me know. I think we can. Yes, okay. Now that's because there's different scenes inside of Wave and I forgot to swap it over. Okay, so let's just go back. What you need to do is you need to go to templates. You need to choose Instagram video and it will bring up all of the templates that are Instagram video shaped. So this will be your stories, your Instagram TV, your reels, your Facebook reels and all sorts. I went ahead and chose this one because I like the design. So you just choose a design that you like. And when you do that, when you click on it, it's going to give you some different pre-made designs that they've got. So go ahead and choose the one you want, which is the Instagram TV one for this case. Anything that's upright, a portrait view, and it's going to open up like this. Now, what you can do is I would suggest you play it first. So you can see how the template is split up. Okay, so what that does then, okay, perfect. Thanks, Roz. Yeah, you can see it. And don't worry about the caps. That's fine, Denise. So now what happens is you can see that there are 4 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, when there's this many sections, you can either replace the content or you can delete them. It's entirely up to you. But what you want is you want this portrait version. Now, if for any reason this is not the right shape, you see up here, you've got this resize option. You can actually see that it is going to be the right shape here. Okay, so that's just so that you know if it comes in the wrong shape, you've always got the option to go to resize. Okay, so now what you need to do is you need to go back to the first one. If you want to change the background up, you click on the background and you click replace. Now, when you click replace, it's going to give you the options to replace the stock library. It's going to ask you if you want to upload a video or a picture. It's going to ask you if you want to go to your videos and pictures you've already got. And it's also going to ask you if you want to add a color or you want to make it transparent. If I go to the stock library and I want to choose, say like I want to do tech, and I click OK, it's going to come up with all these different options. Now, you can buy credits or you can do free. So it's entirely up to you. So actually, I'm going to just do a selfie because then we'll make it a little bit more exciting than tech. So there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this one because it's free and I'm going to click replace. And it's going to replace her with the picture that was there before. So all you have to do is keep doing that. Just keep changing the pictures. Ross says, can you use a static image? Yes, perfectly. You can use a static image. You can use a video that you've pre-recorded. You can use stock images and videos that you've got in here. Now, this particular reel has got this fade on. Do you see this blue at the bottom? And if you don't want this fade, all you've got to do is click on that color area. You see it's got this color and just make it so that it's gone. So you just delete it or make it white and it will go see-through. Okay. What you can do with it, because it's got this on here, is you just click back on the normal bit and just go to layout and see if it's one of the layouts in here that they've put in for you with this filter. I'm going to take the intro off. So this color here should be able to make it transparent. Oh, here you go. So click on the actual icon itself, okay? And then if you don't want the filter, just drag it down so you get rid of that color, okay? That's also something that you can do. So now you've got this extra bit here. So then you go back to the beginning. So you click this little bit here and then you click play. So you might want to move her over a little bit. So to move her over, you double click it, double click the picture and just drag it over. So double click it and drag it like this so that she's more in the center. And all you do is you just keep doing this over and over again for each one of your sections. So each one of your sections, you just change around. Now, the writing, you just click on the writing and you change it up. So it's like selfie tips for Facebook Reels. Now, if you find that the writing is too big, you can just grab it. And if you don't want it over her face, grab the whole bit and you can pull it down like so. And if you don't want the color, you just got to come over here where the color options are and change the color around to match your brand. Now, obviously, depending on your account will depend on whether you've got the brand or whether you've got anything else in there. And what I would do is once you're happy with this section, personally, I will just delete the other sections because that's just like, I prefer to do that. And what I would do then is I would just duplicate this section. And I know then that I'm working with the same font, I'm working with the same colorway. And then all I do is add the transition in. I click the plus button. Oh no, I click this bit here at the bottom, this little gap here, so I can get hold of it, this little transition bit. And then I'll do a little transition. So maybe I might do a swipe like so. And then I'll click outside. And then this one, for you to put a still in, Roz, so you can see, you just click on it, click replace, upload. So click upload. And then you can grab a picture that you've got in your library already. So if you've got a photograph, I think that's a photograph. No, it's not. Let me find a photograph. I don't think I've got any photos. Okay, if I don't have any photos, all you do is you go to your library, you go on images, and you just grab an image. So let's just do this one. I click replace, and that's going to go into my reel. And then what you can do, if you want to make this animated, you can just change how it shows up. So maybe I want it to go in. So then it gives, even though you've got a still, it gives a bit of movement to it. Okay. And then what you do then is you go back to the beginning and you just check that everything works. So here I would say number 1, and then I would do here face the light. And then I would probably make this a little bit longer, but not too long. And then I would repeat it and it brings in the same transition, and you keep going, you just keep replacing. So maybe I might do a, let's get a video as well. So I've got a mixture. Maybe I might do this one and I might say, so I click on it, I can bring the size down a little bit if I want or up. So if I double click it, you can zoom in or out as well. And what I can do then is this one, I might do number 2. I might do decide on your camera orientation. So that's important. So you decide on your camera orientation. So now I'm at 10 seconds. So remember my reel was 15 seconds, 30 seconds or 60 seconds. So you decide which one you want it to be. Ross said, how did you repeat the video clip? Okay, so what you do is you go to your option. So here I am in this one. I'm going to click on the main picture and you come down to the blue section. And when it's blue, you click this duplicate option down here. It says duplicate scene. Click that and you instantly duplicate everything that you've done before. So then you can have, when you duplicate a scene, you always duplicate everything about that scene. So that includes the font colors, the font style, the layout, the shapes, everything. Okay, so that's an added bonus. So number 3, I would do, I'm just going to put follow me for more. So I'm just going to put follow me for more. So then I'm going to change this picture to me. So I'm going to replace that with an upload of me. I'm just going to put this one in. And that's going to show me. I'm just going to let that just load up. And then I'm going to just trim the music at the end level with my reel. So it's all the same. I'm going to come back to the beginning. I'm going to click go. Okay, so I noticed a spelling mistake. So all I need to do is just correct the spelling mistake by highlighting the text. I also want to take the volume off of my video because I don't want people to listen to me here. So I click on it and I come to the volume and I just bring that down to 0 because I've got the music in the background. And then all you do is you go ahead and click publish, click the video option, and then make sure that it's the right resolution. You want it to be MP4, click render, and it's going to save that for you to your computer. Roz, it's perfectly fine. The questions are perfectly okay, because this is, the editor has changed quite a lot, so it's always really good to ask questions and I can slow it down and help you. So once this is finished rendering, if you're on the desktop, you will need to save it to your phone. So what I would do, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up here for a second. And I'm just going to quickly, oh, my light's gone a bit bright there. Anyway, to save it, let me just shut my curtain, sorry, because it's there. Now to save the video, once it's downloaded to your computer, you've got two options. The first one is that you can, if you've got an iPhone and an iMac, you can airdrop it to your mobile phone. If you haven't, what I suggest you do is you save it to like a Dropbox or a cloud storage or your Google Drive. And then you have the Google Drive or the app on your phone and you can transfer the video over. Okay. So the video is still doing its stuff. So once it's downloaded to your phone, all you need to do then is you go back to your phone and you actually go into your Facebook and you go to your home page and you click on the Reels option. And this time you pull the video that you want to use from within your camera roll. So you can see these videos down the bottom here. These ones here are all my camera rolls. So these are the ones that you would pull. So you'd save your video to your camera roll and then you would upload a video to your reel. And you do exactly the same. You click on it. It's going to upload it for you. And you do everything that you would normally do. If you want to add a sticker, you want to add text, everything else. And that's how you create your reel. Now, one thing to mention, if you're creating a 60-second reel inside the Wave editor, make sure that the length up here is 60 seconds so that when you bring the reel in, it doesn't chop it off. If you forget to do that, just come back out and go back in again because it doesn't matter. Okay, just make sure that the length is how you want it to be because you are in control of it. All right. Now it's almost finished. So what you do is you just save that to your computer. So like I can show you here, it's nearly on finished. So when it's finished, it's going to say download and then you just transfer it over to your mobile phone and you upload it. So there it's all done. It's going to say it's rendered. And then all I have to do is I have to just download that to my computer and you're all done. Okay, so that's how easy it is. So I hope that's helped everybody. Chad, I'm going to find that link for you and I'm going to post it underneath because I can't find it at the moment. And I did definitely share it with somebody. So I definitely want to share it with you. I don't know whether I can just find it. Facebook bonus reels. Let me see. I found it. Oh, look, you can see. Here it is. So this is it. So all you need to do is come down here. It will give you your page. So you choose the page you want. So there's my page here. I've already been approved. So you just go ahead and fill that out. Click here. all of the above. Do your categories, Instagram, and then click submit. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to come up here and I'm going to paste it into the chat for everybody. So this is basically so that you can actually apply to get money from your Facebook reel. So if your Facebook reel goes really well, you can actually apply to put that in. So let me just go to Facebook and put this in here. I think Chad was watching. I'm not sure where Chad was watching. Let me have a little look whether he was watching on my profile. No, maybe in my group. Let me see. I think you might have been watching in here. Let's have a look. One. I want to try and get it in so you guys can all have a go at doing this. Let's see. Yeah, so I think you're in my group, Chad. Let's have a little look. Okay, well, I will put it in here. That's the creator link, so you can see that. So I've popped it in my group. Let me just see if that will come up. There it is. So I'll show that on the screen. If you want to register for the Facebook bonus program, which means that if you do get a reel that works really well for you, Facebook will give you some money towards it. That's where you have to go. So Chad, that is for you, my man. Let me just edit that and put his name in here. Here you go, Chad, my man. And you can see that there. Okay, perfect. Thank you all so much for joining me live today. If you're watching the replay, don't forget to follow me along. And if you have any questions, leave them under the chat. Thanks, Roz and Venice and Chad, for joining me today, and Moses over on YouTube. Thank you so much for letting me know there was no sound, Moses, and everyone else. If you're watching the replay, let me know how you get on with your reels. Do jump into my Facebook group and, you know, enjoy yourself making them. It's going to be a really good fun. Why didn't my picture show up when I asked the question? Okay, so you have to, let me see if I can find the link. There's a link that you have to click on in order for your chat for you to show up. So let me see if I can find it, and I'll get you to click it and we'll just show you it before we leave. So I think I kept it somewhere. Oh, here it is. So you have to click this link, Roz. Let me just put it into the chat. So if you click this and then write a message, I'll be able to see it. So click that for me. And it basically gives you permission. So if you click this link, it basically gives you permission. I'm going to add that to my captions so that I've always got it in my thing. Add caption. So if I add that now, it's going to show. So like there, if I put it in, if you can just do that, that means it will always show. So when you click that, I should be able to see it. So just give it a go, Roz. Just click that link and it will give you the option to approve that you're happy that Wave sees your picture. And what that means is, because it's in a group, you have to give, Facebook needs to know that you're happy for Wave to actually put your picture up. So that's why if you're watching this on my page, you would already see it, because on my page, because it's public, it automatically shows page your name. There you go. There you are, Roz. That's lovely. So thank you so much. So now everything should show up with your name. Oh, yeah. So when it goes through, once you start, every time now that you come in and comment, it will show up. So next week, I'm going to be here at the same time. And what I'm going to do next week is, after the live show, I am going to be hosting a Clubhouse room, and you'll be able to come in and ask me questions in the Clubhouse room. So you'll be able to actually speak to me in the Clubhouse room, which is great. So do go and check out the bonus program and see if you qualify with your Facebook business page for that. And next week at the same time, so it will be 1 p.m. GMT, I will be doing another live, my Digital Docs Live weekly live. And then after that, I will be doing a audio room where you can ask me questions and, you know, check out if there's anything else that we want to do. So thank you so much, Roz. I'm glad it's been helpful. You'll be able to watch the replay. Just give it a couple of minutes for Facebook to do its stuff. And of course, it will be on my YouTube channel. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would love for you to come over there as well. Can I convert some of my older Wave videos to Reels? Yes, you can. All you need to do is go into your Wave.video folders, click on the video that you want to convert, click edit, and then resize the video like I showed you with the bit at the top left-hand side. When you resize it, go through each section to make sure that the writing and all those sorts of things work. And then you'll be able to then publish it again and use them in your new reels. Okay, perfect. So I will see you all very soon. Thank you all for joining me live today. Thank you again, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.